Hello everyone and welcome to my live stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Our first flight today is going from Gatwick in the UK to Paris. Let's get the aircraft ready. Okay, here's our flight plan. Let's set up an IFR flight to Paris. We're just finishing up with our IFR flight plan here. We didn't send it, well, let's turn on the avionics first. That might help. And we'll send it to just the avionics and then we'll get our co-pilot loaded. So we'll do a +1. There's our co-pilot. There she is. Okay, let's finish prepping the aircraft. Hi everybody, welcome in. We're just prepping the aircraft for our first flight from Gatwick in the UK over to Paris. We're just finishing up our IFR flight plan. The radio frequency is 110.7. Hey 1960, welcome in. Let me read what you wrote. It held it. Hey, I have a question. So yesterday I did some testing. I decided to stream something else just to had a little notion about testing something. Did you get a notice that I went live, or were you watching the live? Because I wasn't streaming Flight Sim. VNAV. So I'm just curious if you even got a notice. So I got the localizer. So did you get a notice today? So this is what I'm curious about. I've been watching the red algorithm. So how did you know I was live now opposed to not live yesterday? That's what I'm curious about. Let's set the altitude at... Oh, you were looking for it, okay. So you don't have the notices turned on. Let's see, do I have a CRS? I do not, okay. We're getting ready to go here for a short 40-minute flight over to Paris. I'm only using a controller today. I have another theory about why my sound occasionally, as you know, cuts out. It doesn't cut out for you, but it cuts out in my headset. So I've disconnected my flight stick. I'll give you the codes here. Here's the codes. Gatwick in the UK if you want to come along. EGKK to LPFG. Hi everybody, if you want to come along. I was going to do a flight to Berlin, but it said that multiplayer option is not available in this region, whatever that meant. So here's the codes. I'm not sure what Berlin. Okay, so now we want to use we're on the localizer. Heading select. Nav on. I think we're ready to rock and roll here in the Vision Jet. It's going to be weird just flying with the controller. But I'm going to touch the microphone, I'm going to put my mouth on it, and I'm going to try and get it to disconnect from me. Because I have this inkling what it is. The PS5 tends not to like third-party peripherals plugged in to the same USB. For instance, I have my Sony HD camera plugged into the USB-A, and then I had the flight stick plugged into the USB-A, along with the, well, let me take it back. I had my mixer plugged into the USB-A, then I had a flight stick plugged in the USB-A, and I pulled the camera. And back in my sim racing days, if I tried to use the wheel in the same panel as the mixer, it conflicted with something and it wouldn't work in some games. So that's why I'm only using the controller today, just to test it. And if that turns out to be it, I can move the mixer to the USB-C in the front and then reconnect the flight stick. Yeah, even on the Xbox, when I plug my HOTAS 1 in, it turns on the Xbox by itself. And it's done that on both the X and the S. Okay, let's see where we're taxiing. Where's our taxi instructions? I know we're going that way. Okay, let's get moving here. Oh gosh, it's gonna be weird using the controller, but
Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra with Golf. Request taxi for takeoff. West departure.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Taxi to and hold shore runway 26 left via taxiway Juliet. Zulu Alpha Alpha November Mike.
I forgot to get taxi clearance.
Taxi. Hold short runway 26 left using taxiway Juliet Papa Alpha November Alpha Sierra Alpha. X-ray Golf Sierra.
Hi, random. Let me just get on the taxiway here and I'll check the chat. This plane, this is my number one, the Vision Jet. Look at this stack. Very easy to cold start, very easy to fly. Plus, look, it has a parachute and it has an emergency landing, safe return. See if I can do this all on controller. Vision Jet's my number one. The Pilatus is number two. Studio might argue with me on that one, but this jet's like fly and forget. And it's got the best brakes. Yeah, I have the HOTUS 4 for the PS5. I've disconnected it for today because I'm testing a theory I have. Excuse my voice, I still have a cold for a week I can't get rid of. Okay, let's get clearance. It's just easier using a flight stick. Okay, let's get some clearance from my trusty co-pilot. Can't tune in the tower. Oh, there's a bug. You gotta close it and then reopen it. Yeah, hopefully companies will get the license.
Warwick Tower, Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra at runway 26 left ready for departure. West departure.
And they'll start making some hardware.
Alpha Sierra X-ray. Cleared for takeoff runway 26 left. X-ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, let's make sure everything's set. Flight plan is in there. You do have a lot more control with the stick as far as the HUDs. If you scroll through the hat switch, it'll go from each one of these. Pretty neat. Okay, let's line up. We're going from Gatwick in the UK to Paris. 45-minute flight. We're hoping the jet just follows the route automatically on my ILS plan, opposed to, I know it works really good on the Pilatus. We'll have to change the weather once we get up in the air here. This is live weather in the UK. We don't need this much runway. Anybody wants to come along on the flight, you're welcome. I have everything turned on. Okay, let's do a last check. Okay, everything checks. We're not taking any passengers this flight. Just the co-pilot. Okay, let's go. The rudder's also definitely easier with a flight stick. Say on center line.
X-ray Golf Sierra. Continue for west departure.
Gatwick Tower, Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Continue for west departure.
X-ray Golf Sierra. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Gatwick Tower, Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Frequency change. Begin approach. Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type 1 miles west of Gatwick, 1900.
Let me just get the autopilot engaged here and we'll
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Begin approach. Squawk 7556.
flaps up.
Squawk 7556, X-ray Golf Sierra.
Let's just turn on turn on chorus.
Gatwick 2600. QNH 1006.
Roger, X-ray Golf Sierra.
Let's set the autopilot. It is much easier with the everything's much easier. Turn on the AP and the FLC. Flight director's on. What do I do? I only want to turn it on. Okay, now we should be on a heading. We'll check out some of the scenery and I'll look at the chat. Got the localizer window on. So it should be leveling off. Why is it turning so much? That's not the direction we're going. Let's get back on course. I'll check the chat. The Pilatus follows the course perfectly.
X-ray Golf Sierra, contact London Center on 118.
So 01138. Let's turn off
X-ray Golf Sierra.
138 heading. I'll look at the chat in a minute. Should not have to set this. Let me turn off the heading mode and now turn back the AP. Okay. Still wants to be off. Okay, now we'll come back around. FLC. Okay, now it's got a heading there. Hang on, I'm still going to check the chat. I'm just trying to straighten this all out. Well, let's see if it follows the course. Let me look at the chat while we're waiting. Yeah, random. I almost bought a Sony PSVR 2 during Black Friday and decided at the last minute not to. Let's just turn on auto throttle. I don't know. Somehow I just don't know about using the VR while I'm streaming. Gosh, yes, Honeycomb, anything, Moza, anything, Thrustmaster to start. What do you mean my West server's not working? Hold on. Should be. Why am I overspeed? I have it on auto throttle. So here's how you have to set it. Online. Okay, automatic West is working. Oh, maybe it's not. 0 millisecond ping, you're right. I think it's down. Yeah. Well, I don't usually get 0 ping. So, I don't know. Maybe no one's flying with me today. Wow, 1960, I don't know. Is it just this one? Should I reboot? After this flight? Should I reboot the game and the stream? Let me just see what... Yeah, I usually get a really millisecond ping, so maybe the server's just messed up. Because the sim's working. Wow, nobody's going to be able to fly with me today. I feel bad. What about in your guys' area? Check your servers, see if they have it. I don't know, I saw some on the internet yesterday that said that the PlayStation Network was down, but if it was down, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Okay, we got heading. Where's my nav mode? Why isn't my nav mode on? Nav mode is on, okay. I'm so used to the flight stick. Hey, John. Well, yeah, the PS5 network random has to be on. Otherwise, I wouldn't be flying right now because this is all played from their network. You don't download but a bare minimum to your SSD. Everything is kind of like played off the cloud, at least for now. There's no downloading the PS5 to check out the scenery though. Looks great. Now the question is, if everything works, do I plug in my mixer to the USB-C and put back my flight stick? Or do I just keep using the controller? Do you guys think rebooting my game would change the server? Look at it. Why doesn't this work? Overspeed? Okay, let's stop using auto throttle. It works good on the Pilatus. Yeah, see, auto throttle keeps cutting off. Yeah, I have nowhere else to plug anything in, so it'd be flight stick and controller. That's how I usually play the game. Well, I'm right on the line there. Right on the heading. Let's see where I'm at. So here's my flight plan for ILS. I just did a straight in. We're not going to get into some crazy pattern. Everything's holding right on the line. Everybody don't forget to hit the like, otherwise the red man app here will not like it. Hey Random, how did you know I was live today? I'm just taking a little poll because I ran a little test yesterday streaming something else, which I usually don't do. Were you just browsing, or I'm just wondering how you knew I was live with Flight Sim. One thing about the controller, it's easier to do this. Can't do this with the flight stick. Just ran across it, okay. I'm only seeing 1960 as one of my regulars. I'm just wondering how it's getting pushed out. Yeah, I've been streaming it since the early release, so I'm over a month now. Haven't had any real issues. The microphone or headset for me issue has nothing to do with the sim. Just a hardware thing. Yeah, it's too bad you guys can't fly along today. I don't know, must be something. We'll check after this flight, but I don't think it's worth restarting the sim. You guys said that you don't have any ping either, right, on your local servers? Maybe that's why it said... Well, I was going to do a first flight from Paris to Berlin, and it said no available multiplayer servers in this region. That's what the sim was giving me an error, so maybe that's why it was. That explains it. Oh, you're at work, okay. I don't work. I'm retired. I just play flight sim most of the day. Except for yesterday, I was watching movies. We're coming up on some land here. We'll probably be doing a dusk or dark landing by the time we get there. You can move very quickly with the controller. I mean, everything moves very quickly. This is one bug right here. The Garmin disconnects. Oh yeah, Gran Turismo. That was my sim racing game of choice. One thing good about flight sim, you can just set it and forget it. Man, it's hard to check chat when you're sim racing. All you gotta do is look down for a second, and it's over. How's my voice coming through? It's not too strong, right? I'll turn down the gain if it's too strong. When I streamed yesterday, Sonic, I think it was coming through too strong. We're coming up on land. What is that pattern doing? So that's the ILS pattern right there. No, I didn't know that. I've never been to France. But there's places like that in Las Vegas. Are you in Europe, Random? So there's the airport. You're in the middle of the U.S. talking about France. Excuse me. I'm going to be doing that all day today. Still can't get rid of my cold. Oh, let's check out some of this scenery. Let's descend to 7,000. Let's get on down a little bit. We better make it 8,000. I don't know if there's any mountains over here. Okay, FLC. We're going down. Oh, got it. Everybody welcome, and if you just joined, we're on our way to Paris. We're just going to descend a little bit, see if we can see some scenery. Okay, we still have the localizer there. And we have descended to 8,000. This is live weather in Europe right now. Yeah, no mountains. I was just looking. Okay, we're working our way down there. I don't know whether I want to clear out these clouds or just leave them. God, I haven't landed with just a controller in a while. We'll see. Hopefully this works. If you just joined everybody, we're on our way over to Paris. With my lovely co-pilot. You gonna try out this aircraft random? I'm pretty good at landings. I mean, I could even just turn on a short final and land with the flight stick. We'll see how this goes with the controller. Like I said, I'm trying everything to get the mic, not the mic, but the headset to disconnect from the mixer. If it does not, then I'll know that's the issue, and I could either reroute the mixer and put back the flight stick. Although the flight stick does block half the monitor, so look at this, we're just hanging right on the clouds. Don't forget, everybody, hit that like button. Everybody always keeps reminding everybody because that's the way the red matrix works. Random, if you have the purple app, I'll be streaming over on that one right after these flights or lunch. So if you can follow me over on purple, that's the one that starts with a T. Get out of these clouds. Let's descend to 7,000. Descending to 7,000. Yeah, I guess France is a little on the flat side. Look at that. We're starting in Europe, and then we're going to work our way back to the U.S. Trying to follow the live weather time. Okay, we have not picked up the localizer, obviously, yet. Random, if you use this aircraft, everything you want to do a cold start's right here, right along the top, and then the starter button is over here. Very easy to set up. Although with the PS5, it does work with R2 and down on the D-pad, and you can auto start most of it. You just have to clear out some of the errors. Pilot heat, turn on oxygen. Let's see where we're at. We're getting there. Now the question is, do I want to... Here's the field right here. De Gaulle International. I don't do any long hauls. My longest flights I try and keep just over an hour. I like short hops. I don't want to set up some big flight plan that's going to take 5 hours. Okay, we're holding at 7,000. We should be there shortly. Look at those big dark clouds. Uh-oh, now we're in the dark. One thing good about this aircraft is it has a proximity with radar, so you know if you're going to hit something. Ooh, look at that reflection in the windshield. How's that for accuracy? Oh, we're icing up here. Look at this. Ooh, I gotta turn on the ice. Ice lights. Ice engine on. Ice wings, ice protection. Okay, now we have ice protection. Check out that ice right up here on the windshield. I didn't know it was that cold in France. Everything's on. So you're just doing a VFR. I like VFR. At least I didn't send the flight plan to ATC, so they get on here every 30 seconds telling me what to do. I noticed one bug is when I'm in the Pilatus, they'll say maintain flight level 45,000 and it takes you forever to climb up there, and then as soon as you get up there they say descend to 4,000. No matter where you're at. Okay, 4,000 in a lot of places is not a good idea. Look at this, I'm already too close to some of this stuff right here. What is this? Should be here shortly. We'll get ready to announce. I wanted to do more of a dusk landing, so let's fix that a little. We'll just adjust the time a little bit. How's that? Check the radar. Oh, snowy fields. There we go, we're coming out of the clouds now. I'm liking the scenery on the PS5. Random, are you? And if you just joined, we're about to land at Charles de Gaulle International in Paris. Let's actually take off the autopilot and see if we can divert over to here. Autopilot off. I see the localizer bar. We may have to request. Let's just fly over the field. Let me just get the there we go. There's our pattern. The field's over there to the right. I better adjust that trim. Wow, that is way too low, the trim. Okay, let's just make a turn here. Well, the graphics random on the console are going to be maxed at medium. You're not going to get ultra graphics anytime soon. Even the Pro, you're not going to get ultra graphics. If you need ultra graphics, you better be using a PC. We do have a little snow here, it looks like. Okay, I'll check the chat after I land here. Let me just fly over the field here. Look at that crazy pattern they want to put you in. There's the airport right there. I just turned on the POI marker. Let's just fly over the field. So we're going to be coming in from this way. Let's go right over the field here. It's great. Well, the trouble with not using the air traffic control with the flight plan is the disadvantage. Yeah, there's snow. Is you're gonna have to fly over the field to get clearance where they would give you clearance, but the downside is they're gonna talk to you like every minute. Do this, change that. Excuse me. Me and my cold. I didn't stream for a couple of days. There's the field. So we're gonna be landing on this runway right here. We're going to be landing on that one right there. Okay, let's get clearance. There we are.
X-ray Golf Sierra is 2 miles northeast, 5200 with Quebec to land.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, De Gaulle Tower, QNH 1009er. Make left downwind, runway 27 left.
Fly left traffic runway 27
Oh, she acknowledged.
Golf Sierra.
Okay, let's get in the pattern here. They want me to go left, I like going right. Too fast for flaps. Oops, I accidentally hit the gear. It's okay, we'll enable the gear here. Yeah, we're landing on that runway, okay. See if we can get down under these clouds. I'll check the chat right after I land. Why did my trim get reset? I like -4. Oh, I think the autopilot kicked in. Hold on. Yeah, see, this is one of the problems, random, with this aircraft, is even if you turn off the AP, it turns itself back on. And then it flips out with the trim. That's what it does. It's the one bug that this aircraft has. You can turn everything off and it'll still turn back on your autopilot. I gotta watch that trim real close. Hi everybody. We're about to land in Paris. Clouds are really lowering. Oh, we got IFR.
Sink rate.
Let's go to full flaps. After we slow down, okay, there we go. I can't see shit. See if I can pick up the needle here. Okay, random, we ready for our first controller landing here. Hey studio, everybody's saying that the servers are all down for multiplayer, so I don't know if we can do a multiplayer today or not. I'll check it right after I land here. I'm trying to land an IFR here. The localizer should have picked up at 2700. Look at all that snow. They told me to land on right, I think. I have no time to pull it up right now. We're going to be on a short final here, right in front of us. Okay, let's land it.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
I must be getting a lot of turbulence here.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
There's a needle.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Studio, I'm only using the controller today.
Pull up.
I'm testing something there. There's a needle. We're right on. It's a lot harder with the controller.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
I'm trying. There it is, right on the needle. Go to neutral. I have the trim down. Why does it want to lift?
De Gaulle Tower, air hop 1406 at runway 27.
We got a lot of runway to work with here.
To Dusseldorf.
Neutral.
Air hop 1406, hold short runway 27 left. Traffic is on short final.
So like I say, this aircraft has the best brakes. Here we go. Float it, float it.
Hold short runway 27 left. Air
Whoa,
hop
it's a lot harder to control without that stick.
De Gaulle Tower, air hop 1406
I didn't hit the
at runway
throttle?
27 left, ready for departure.
What the hell happened?
Dusseldorf.
X-ray Golf Sierra. Contact ground on 1.605.
Oh, I did hit the throttle instead of the brake. Jeez.
Air hop 1406.
I gotta put back the flight stick.
1009er. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 left.
I actually hit the X instead of the
Air hop
square.
1406. QNH 100. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 left.
Let's get off the runway. That was still a pretty good landing considering. Yeah, my finger hit the X button. I'm like, why is it
Cleared for takeoff runway
trying to take off
27
again?
left. Air hop 1406.
It's contact ground. Let's check the chat. Yeah, I still got down, didn't I? Yeah, let's see. We got Cyrus.
Gold Tower. Nouvel Air 5.
Oh, studio's working today.
Runway 27 left. IFR to Jerba. Nouvel Air 5.
Yeah, I gotta get used to it. So far my mic's working good, so let's taxi and we'll set up the next flight. Yeah, you saw me do that short final.
Hold short runway 27 left. Nouvel Air
It was my fault that I hit that button instead.
Gold Tower. Nouvel Air 5.
Come on, let me turn into
Ready for IFR departure.
ground.
Runway 27 left. Nouvel Air 509.
A lot of traffic at this place.
27 left. Traffic is Ember E190 on the runway.
Ground, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request taxi to the gate.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taxi to gate Yankee 7 via taxiway Kilo 2 Kilo. Kilo 1 cross.
It's my co-pilot. Her name is Scarlett Random.
4 Delta, Mike Delta 1 Mike Alpha.
Taxiing to gate Yankee 7 via taxiway Kilo 2 Kilo Kilo 1 cross runway 09 right Delta 4 Delta Mike Delta 1 Mike Alpha. X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Was this going to be a long-ass taxi? Where are we going? Okay. Let's taxi on over. I mean, most players, random, I guess, are playing this on controller if they weren't able to snag a HOTUS 4. It's going to be a long taxi.
X-Ray Golf Sierra. Hold position.
Yeah, but you still have to use the rudders.
Position, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
It's easier just twisting the stick. We're not holding position, thank you. There's something loud somewhere behind me.
Continue taxi.
Roger. X-ray Golf Sierra.
Yeah, Studio, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you're lucky because the servers are all... Look at the snow. Look at those graphics. Yeah. So I'm getting... Studio, we're getting 0 ping on the West Coast. We'll check it again right now before the next flight. We're going to work our way back towards the U.S. When I go to purple later, I might just fly it on my Xbox. But they make it so hard to hook up a professional microphone to their system. They want everything proprietary to them. I'm sure we're exceeding the taxi speed right now. Everybody, welcome in. Hit the like button so the red matrix here will know what to do, because without it, they're totally effing lost. So where are we parking here? I'm not pulling out the airport charts. That just takes too much time. I remember this airport from before. Look at this. It got like a little overpass. That's pretty cool. I like that. Whoa, did you see that bump we just went over? Check that out. Hang on a second, Studio. Let me just park it and I'll read the chat. So this is pretty good frame rate for this much traffic on the ground here. Look at this. Oh, we're coming to my parking spot. Let me see if I have it by myself. Or if the AI put... Yeah, look at it. Here we go. Why do they always put me at a gate with other aircraft? Well, let's make our own gate. That one over there looks good. We'll find a new gate over here. This looks as good a spot as any. Let me check chat. You finally got it worked out for the Pilatus? Yeah, you got a nav and the GPS. You'll have to show me what you did there. Let's set up our next one. Okay, we'll check the servers and see if they're back up. If anybody wants to fly. Online. USA West has 0 ping. I guess they're down all over. That's why I'm not seeing any other people flying here. So now we're going to go leave Europe and let's head west. Work our way all the way over maybe to Hawaii, or let's see what's going on in the Bahamas. We could fly from Eleuthera to Nassau. That's a short flight. Let's see. "15-minute flight." Let's use we'll use a prop. I forget if we can cold start the where is it, the there it is, the Diamond. We want the Diamond DA62. Yeah, we'll do a short flight in the Bahamas. So we're going to take off from North Eleuthera. We're just going to do a VFR on this one. It's short, 15-minute flight. Wow, one runway. Little Caribbean spot. Let's use this ramp right here. This Diamond has one of the also one of the best cockpits. You got to make sure and take all this stuff off though, or it's not going to work. Oops. Come on. Oh geez, there we go. And you got to take off this little thing back here, or you will not get any airspeed. And I think we have some engine covers. That should do it. Let's get on board. My co-pilot's already on. I don't know, we can check that out, random. Okay, the door's shut. Let's get on inside. I think we won't take any passengers. Doesn't like that. Start it up. We got a Garmin right here. The iPad. Look at my co-pilot. She has cool tennis shoes. Here's our short flight. We'll fly around. We won't follow the path. We're going to fly around the island a little bit here. So one bug this has, you have to hit the enter key to bring up the map. All good. This is probably an uncontrolled space, so we'll just announce taxi. Yep. Can you believe I'm using a prop studio? Yeah, this cockpit is really sick. Wait till you see these. When I set the CRS, it uses these triangles. So the course is 249. See if we need to turn any of that on. Pilot heater, we'll turn that on. Okay, our heading is going to be .49. Let's set an altitude, but we don't really care. Let's go low. 5,000. Yeah, random. Especially the Airbuses and the 737 MAX. They just decided, look at this thing shaking. They just decided to take off on their own. Okay. We don't need that. Flight director will leave on. Heading select. We're going to leave that off right now because we're going to hand fly this, so let's taxi on. Let's see which way it wants us to go. I guess it doesn't matter, we'll just go right in the middle. Okay, we're going to go to the left. Let's taxi. Parking brake off. Move it, people. Wow, they need to repave this place. Oh, look at, I was looking down. Sorry. Someone sent me a message. Well, that would have been a fail.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request taxi to the active. Departure to the east.
Yeah, we're taxiing.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taxi to and hold short of runway 7 via taxiway. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
These props always pull to the right or left.
X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Oh, I forgot this aircraft has a worse turning radius. Okay, we're lined up on this nice short runway. Let's announce.
Tower, Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 7, east departure.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Altimeter tree 008 east, departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 7.
Cleared for takeoff runway 7, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Here we go.
Ground Envoy Tree 69er IFR to Miami. Ready to copy.
Let's set the trim up 11.
Is cleared to Miami Airport as filed runway 7.
Here we go.
Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 19010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 121.0, squawk 0272.
Trying to hold center line. I don't even see a center line. 80 knots. I don't know what the stall speed is, but I think we're about ready to take off. Yep. Don't stall it. I didn't use flaps.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Continue for east departure.
Let's check out the
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
little strip.
East departure.
I love these little Caribbean and Bahamas flights. We'll check out the scenery. Maybe we will use the autopilot here. Autopilot on.
Engaging autopilot.
Heading select. On. FLC on. Okay, we're on our way. Not much to see here. On the way over to Bahamas. Can everybody hear the engine sounds okay? I cut them down in the app because the jets are too loud. Hey, Four Corners, sorry I missed your chat. If I ever miss a chat, just put it in there again. That's one place I have not flown is the Canary Islands. Interesting.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
We're climbing ever so slowly.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Frequency change.
Flaps up.
Nassau approach. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Diamond DA62 for miles west of Mike Yankee Echo Hotel, 2200. Request flight following.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Nassau approach. Foxer 622.
Let's do nav hold too.
Fox 0622. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Heading select.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Radar contact 5 miles west of Mike Yankee Echo Hotel, 2800. Altimeter 3007.
Roger. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Nav mode on. Heading mode GPS. Easter Island. Yeah, I haven't done any of that area yet. Should do that. Check out this water though. Looking good. Be back in just a second while we're on our way over. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, one of my regular flyers random uses that Jetson 1 deal. And there we are. Okay, Random. Thanks for the support. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll catch you. I'll be on for a while. Like I said, if you can random, if you have the purple app, come and follow me over there. Yeah, maybe you guys will be able to fly with me when the servers come back online.
Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra.
132.55.
Let's see if they have an ILS. Hold on. We have a little ways to go. Let's see if they have an ILS runway here. VFR pattern change. Direct. Change. ILS 14. Direct. Send to avionics. Okay, now it's switched to green. So let's try this. Now the CRS is 8. Interesting. Let's move the knob here. Altitude heading. I'm just going to get back on course here. We're going to just intercept that line. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. A few high clouds here. Can I do a stall? I could, but then my autopilot's going to disconnect. How about on the next flight? I'm a little low to the ground to be doing a stall. I may do one accidentally, though. Yeah, on the next takeoff, I'll do a stall. We're just trying to get back on course here. We're on a short 15-minute flight over to the Bahamas from Eleuthera Island. Okay, we're almost centered out. Okay, and we'll check it out. We're back on course. Okay. Check out that water. There's the airport. Okay, studio, thanks for stopping by. I'll be flying again tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Thursday? I'll actually be flying on the Purple app later. There's the island we're going to be landing on right there. Let's turn off the autopilot now. Let's hand fly it in. There's our island we're looking at. Let's fly over the field and get some instructions. Welcome to the Bahamas. Gotta pause this a second. Okay. I just had to get a watch off the charger. Here's the Bahamas. There is the airport. Let's fly over and request instructions. Look at that ominous cloud right there. Let's stay just under the clouds. There's the pattern. We'll go out over the water as soon as we get the instructions. Let's fly over. I'm not going to land on that whiteout runway. I'm going to land on this other one. Well, no, my IFR is probably set for that. Yeah, let's land over at that other one. This one here is like a whiteout. Flaps down. Swing over.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is 1 miles northwest, 3000, with Charlie to land.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Nassau Tower. Altimeter tree 010. Make left base runway 14.
Make left base runway 14, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Wind 099er at 7. Cleared to land runway 14.
Gear down.
Land runway 14, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Hey, Four Corners. I can change the runway. Yeah, I'm not going to bother changing. I'm just going to turn and land right here. So the needle's not going to obviously work. I'm not changing it now on the radio. I'm just going to come and land using my controller. I think I need to put my flight stick back. It's a nice semi-sunny day. We'll just land right here. Yeah, that needle's not going to line up right there, but that's fine. We're a little too low, no kidding. Using the controller. I need to definitely put that flight stick back. Wow, we're about to clip the trees here. Wonder if I could just plug it in while this thing's on. See if we could save this landing. I think we can. We saved it.
Contact ground on 121.7.
Not bad for what I had to work with.
121.7, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Let's taxi over. For anybody watching, I'm thinking of switching over to the purple app after I put my flight stick back up. Does everybody have purple app? Let's get some taxi instructions here. Nassau ground.
Southwest 616. Exit runway when able.
Nassau ground. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request taxi to the gate.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taxi to gate 1 using taxiway Echo Hotel.
Taxiing to gate 1 via taxiway Echo Hotel. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Gate 1. Where do they want me to go here? I think I need to be on the other side. Let me turn around here.
FlexJet 267.
Hi, Mardo.
Caution the Boeing 737 on the taxiway.
Told me to go to gate 1. And I'm not pulling out the airport chart, so...
Hold position. FlexJet 267. FlexJet 267, continue taxi.
Yeah, I can help you with the control. Let me just park it. Moto. Hang on.
Roger, FlexJet 267.
You can just remap everything with whatever you want, so it's pretty easy to do. You know how to do that? There also might be a default setting. I also have my HOTUS map, but I'm going to plug that back in right after this flight. I'm just moving too slow here. See, I was going the wrong way. You want to see my controller settings? You need to reset yours, is that it? Let me just get over to gate 1 here. This aircraft doesn't have the best turning radius for taxiing.
FlexJet 267, hold position. Caution the Embraer E-170 on the runway.
Going to gate 1.
Hold position. FlexJet 267.
Where is gate 1?
FlexJet 267, continue taxi. Roger, FlexJet 267.
There's all the gates. Where's gate 1? There it is. Hang on, go. And then I'll read the chat. Let me just park it. Oh, they're waving me in. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, now what does he want me to do? Go to my settings? Okay, so that'll be the ailerons, right? So let's go to settings. Controls. DualSense controller. So probably flight control surfaces, right? So let's see. So you were playing on console. You press something. So you move the thumbsticks to the left or right. So that would be the ailerons. Okay, so right here. Check this. So elevator trim, which is the move it up and down. That's the elevator, so it's probably not that. You want the, let me see here. Elevator, aileron trim left. Okay, you didn't touch the flaps. Primary control surfaces. It's not the rudder. So let me see which one you messed up. Is there a reset? There should be a reset. If you click over to DualSense airplane controls and you go to that thing over on the left, there might right here, there might be like a reset here. Duplicate, export, clear. I don't see that. You may have to remap everything. So flight control surfaces would be the ailerons and all that. So it's the stick. So it'd be flight control surfaces, control trimming surfaces. Shouldn't be primary. I'm not sure what you press, but what you can do is, if it's like the thumbstick, you just push on the X and then hold what you want it to do, like the thumbstick left or right. Primary thrust, vertical speed. See, so here's what you do. Elevator and ailerons, right? So elevator access, this is like, see how it moves? So you highlight, see if these are missing. So highlight whatever's missing, hit the X and it'll say scanning. Then what you do is when it's scanning, you push the left or the right or the up and down, right? Okay, that's what you do. So you press the X, it'll say scan, and then whatever you want the control to be, that's what you do. And then it'll stop scanning, and then that'll be the control. So if you want like aileron access, how it's left and right, and then elevators up and down, these two are the ones you want right here. Those are the main ones. So you highlight it, push the X, and then push the left stick left and then right, and that'll remap that. Does that make sense? So is this what you needed? So again, whatever you want to change or add, and if you mess up, you can just keep redoing it. So you hit, I'm not going to hit it because I don't want mine changing, but if you hit the X right now while it's highlighted, it'll say scanning. Then how it says, see the left stick? Just push it left and right on the left one, and then it'll lock that in. Then go down to this one, and then that's the up and down elevator, right? And then hit the X, and then it'll say scan, and then hit it forward and backwards, the left thumbstick, and then that'll lock that in. And then it might tell you to give it a new name. Don't worry about that. It'll just add that, see where it says DualSense, and it might tell you to give it a new name. And if you screw up, you go to this one over here, you see how it's got the gear, and you can hit delete. So if you mess up, and make sure you apply it to all airplanes. It'll ask you that too in the little square box. Otherwise, it'll only work on the one airplane. So what you can do too is you can do it from the main menu. So yeah, so if it adds it here, it might say your name, whatever you want to call it, and don't worry about it, because like for my flight stick, I remapped a bunch of stuff. I'll be back on in a little bit. I'm gonna just take a little break, and I'm gonna put my flight stick back. I gotta reconnect my mixer and stuff to a different port. So because it was disconnecting, so I'm gonna just remap a couple of things myself, but not in the sim. No problem, anytime. Like I said, I'll be back on in a little bit, and then later I'll be on the Purple app. But I'm going to start another stream up on YT here. Let me go grab my flight stick and reconnect it. It's going to take me a little bit. I got to shut everything off. Okay. Oh, you're from Greece. Okay. I love doing my Corfu to Athens flight. That's one of my favorite flights, Corfu Island to Athens. Probably have to do that again this week. Take care in Greece. We'll see everybody in just a little bit. Don't forget to hit the like button and the follow button. And I'll be back.